with a man and a woman, there's almost like a understanding off top.
I would actually say that's not true, Nick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if men and women speak as easily as women and women.
How do you know when the job is done correctly?
When they laid in the bed looking like a dead body.
Your chalk body.
I'm so bad. If my wife was doing that, I'd be like, I got you, baby, and I would be on my knees immediately.
Really?
What do you do to ignite that fire again?
You know, that whole idea of having passion, that only lasts like 18 to 24 months. After that, you gotta put the work in.
The 4 intimacy styles. Is this like positions, like doggy style?
There's only 4 positions?
I mean,
This is the answer to, we know our love languages,
Yes.
but what about sex?
Get ready, you ready, because I'm ready for Nick and a night, it's Nick and night. Nick and a night, Nick and
Welcome to Nick Cannon at Night, where we discuss love, sex, relationships with the experts and some personal friends. So let's go ahead and introduce one of our experts. She's a doctor of marriage and family therapy and is a certified sex
I
therapist.
know what I'm talking about.
Yes, and the author of the 4 Intimacy Styles, Dr. Vivianna Coles.
Yes.
Like that, but you go from 5 love languages to 4 intimacy styles.
All you need is 4.
All right, we gonna talk about that. And to the right of me is a personal friend, someone I've always admired, truly a media mogul, actress, director, producer, star of many things that we say are cultural staples. But right now she's doing it once again with her own podcast, Tea Time with Raven and Miranda, the one and only Raven-Symoné.
Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
My
Nick.
partner.
Love it.
Yeah. We do a thing like I come on your show, you come on my show.
And I go on your other show too and lose. I was on
You
the
were
Masked
amazing.
Singer.
She was on the Masked Singer. It was amazing. But let's get right to it. I mean, we like to break the ice with trying to help some people out, and they got a question for me. So one of our at-nighters, what they got?
Hi, I'm LaShanta. I'm 47 from Atlanta. My question is this. What if you've been with someone for a long time, right? And initially, for some reason, that spark has died. What do you do to ignite that fire again to see what's missing? Because me personally, I'm ready to be like we was and make love by the fire.
Oh, girl. Okay. All right.
You want to make love by the fire. You're going to burn your apartment down. That get hot. Like, you ever had sex by the fire?
That's a lot.
It sounds good. But I mean, she sounds like a woman that's in her, late 40s, and she's trying to keep the spark alive. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't answer that in a serious way, but I'll let I'll be like, just show up butt naked. Wherever you at, just butt naked, it'll happen.
Wherever.
Yeah.
So they're missing what I call pillow talk, which is an underlying current of sensuality. Not everybody needs to be having sex all the time, but the potential to have sex should be there in a healthy relationship.
I love
That
you,
makes
girl.
sense. So just
I love you so much.
So it means you need to be thinking about sex, joking about sex, sometimes having it, but the potential needs to be there. And a lot of people aren't talking about it because if they talk about it, they think they have to do it.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I'm not even, some people don't even kiss because they don't want to get something started.
And then there's also the thing of which spark are you talking about? Are you talking about that first spark when you first meet the person? You're never going to get that again.
Yeah, that's
you have
wrong.
to find a different spark. It's like making food that person loves and having it ready when you come home. It's the sensuality of what it is because it's just different as you grow up and as you get longer in a relationship.
That is some great advice because when I'm seeing that and I'm thinking, because obviously
But naked by the fire.
yeah, but I go to the straight toxic place. But it's like if it's something that people are, she's trying to hold on to something.
Yeah.
And I can understand that and I can value the fact that she just wants. So I just keep it fun. Like
Yeah.
if that's.
The fun, the silly, sex is play for adults.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget about it. And that whole idea of having passion, that only lasts like 18 to 24 months. After that, you got to put the work in. And a lot of people don't, which is why they don't make it past those 18 to 24 months.
So is 18 to 24 months, is that considered the honeymoon stage?
That's the lustful phase for me.
That's the lustful, that's the
Lustful.
easier phase.
Yeah.
Where everything is like,
That's where I leave after.
where all you have to do.
Clearly, I got some work to do, Doc.
That's when the show up naked just doesn't work anymore.
Like, we not tired of that old trick. But no, honestly, I think as a man, I think that's the thing that we have to constantly get reminded of as well.
Yeah.
Is like, you got those 18 to 24 months, and then from that point on, you got to start putting in the work.
But you also, part of the work is to make sure that anytime you are being lovey, anytime you're complimenting, anytime you're kissing, it's not just to get some. Because then your partner will start to be like, well, there's a pattern here. And so now it's like, well, I'm not even going to acknowledge that you just grabbed my butt.
It's more like putting it in the bank, right? It's like you're constantly putting dollars in the bank so that when you are ready to make that big purchase, it's there.
I heard
and
that.
if you do not put that money in the bank, why should I give you anything?
I heard that.
You know what I mean?
Put the money in the bank.
You gotta speak in terms they get, you know what I mean?
It's not easy, but it is possible.
Let's see what we got next. Who else needs some help?
My name is Angel. I'm 33, and I'm from Camden, New Jersey. So I've been talking to this girl, right? It's been amazing. That body.
What's going
I
on?
wouldn't take it to the beach with my friends. Let's just say that, right?
I don't believe you.
Sex is 20 out of 10.
Something's up.
Uncomparable.
So,
But see, I get cast for a lot
the
of different
pictures. I
roles in
can't-
which my character has to be intimate with females. Now, I know that's hard. I know that's hard for anybody that's in love with somebody, but I'm in love with this. This is what I really do. It's my passion. It's my world. And I just don't know how to approach her about these castings, or I don't know how to make her feel better about it, even though I'm doing a lot already to make sure she feels secure. How can I approach this better?
I'm gonna need him to go to acting class.
I know a porn star when I see one. That's a porn star.
Yo, what is wrong happening right now?
Y'all need to work on your poker faces. I'm a therapist. I'm used to hearing this stuff.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. What he's saying is that he has a partner who's very insecure. He is an actor.
He's
What
not a very
kind of
good actor. Sorry, Nick.
That is a porn star. I saw he was licking the inside of his lips. That's what they do on the pornos.
Oh my goodness.
And he wants to make sure that she feels more secure because he is committed to her, but it's not working. So, I mean, I think it's important when someone is feeling insecure that you ask them specifically, is there something that I am doing? Or is this just something that you're feeling? Because I think for a lot of people who are in long-term relationships, that idea of being worried that your partner is going to step out, that doesn't come from nowhere.
No, it's from past traumas. Or
Right.
that they did
Or
before.
current. I mean,
Yeah.
and asking that can help you, I mean, it can help you get to a better place.
See, what I got out of that, it sounds like he said it at the end. He was like, the thing that he's in love with is his job, his occupation. So he's like, he wants to force her to understand who he is and his lifestyle, and she's not gonna rock with it.
She's the other woman.
She's the other woman. And, you know, actors and people that are in the industry kind of have it hard because there is something, artists, there's something to the artist that requires a flirtation and that not everybody can handle that don't understand that. So I think that if you're going after someone that doesn't understand your profession, she might not be the one for you. And you should go to acting class because I don't believe you.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
That's a porn star.
This is a very common issue. I have clients who are celebrities, who are actors and
Are they
artists,
good at it?
and that very good. And I have clients who are not. But everyone at some point in a relationship might feel like maybe they have more feelings than the other person,
Yeah.
and that creates insecurities. And being able to point it out and saying like, no, sweetheart, I am here for you. If you think that there's something else, please point it out to me. I need to know. But when it comes to dating an artist, and if, you know, there are some people who will, I've had DMs, I am constantly kissing other people on
Yeah.
screen. I'm supposed to sell it. I am a good actor.
That's my
what do I
job.
do? That's my job. So what do you do? Just not date?
I think again, when being an artist, sometimes you put your work before your partner, and then I'll give you guys a little secret.
Ooh.
But I mean, you might have experienced this as well. But when you're attempting to be the best actor you can possibly be, and you're diving into a role, and you're, 6 to 18 weeks away elsewhere, and your job is to act like you're in love with this person, and you are having scenes and you're kissing. Some people are such good actors that they actually fall in love with them, and that's
Angelina and Brad Pitt.
But you see so many of these relationships, but you actually feel like, oh wow, like every movie I've done, a part of me has fallen in love with that person because that's what I'm there to do. So I'm trying to get to know their nuances. I'm trying to understand them. And sometimes it's like, oh, okay, 3 months is over, you go back, I go back. But then sometimes that stuff carries over. So it's a very peculiar and strange space.
It takes
to
a
be in.
special person to date an actor.
It really does.
And that you have to be upfront with whoever you're dating. Like, this happens at times. I check out. I'm gonna be filming in Australia for 3 months. When I come back, I'm back. But then I'm gone. And we'll check in once a week or stuff. And most people are not gonna roll with that.
There's an actor.
They're like, hey, I'm just keeping it a stack. Like, that's how it happens. When you see these movies, when you see Ryan Reynolds and Matt Damon and all of those people, they perfect their craft in that way, whatever the role is, but especially a lot of these romantic comedy or romantic drama movies, they go all the way in.
And only the privileged actors are able to bring their family with them at that moment. Not everyone can. There are some old school actors who brings their entire family with them during these projects to make sure the family feels comfortable. But sometimes they have those method actors. We have some people that are tatting their whole body just for one role. You know what I mean? So like, depending on how deep you go, it's exactly like you're saying, Nick.
Yeah. And I've read a lot of memoirs, and like I remember reading like everyone from Sidney Poitier to like Burt Reynolds, and they talk about being married and then falling for their co-stars.
Yeah.
And then like even like one of the more famous ones was like Sidney Poitier and Diane Carroll. Like they were
beautiful.
They were both in relationships, but they had such amazing chemistry on camera that it messed up the family life.
Well, and for all of y'all who are like, that would never happen to me. Imagine if you're on a project with someone, or if you go on a retreat, or if you go on, let's say if you've ever been to like camp. There are bonds that are formed very quickly.
6th grade, I remember her name was Natalia.
So, to a different level, we've all at some point bonded very quickly with someone, and some people get those wires crossed.
Most definitely. Yeah. It's a traumatic experience being on a set, good and bad. Both kinds of good trauma and bad trauma.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm on a set for 4 years, you're there from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to sometimes 8 p.m., and they are family.
That's your family away from family. Yeah. Sometimes you're closer with your work family than you are your actual family.
Most definitely, because everybody's smiling. When you get home, it's drama.
Yeah, right?
I'm trying to get back to work sometimes.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And that's interesting too, if you don't mind me jumping in your business just for a second. Yeah, you was in my business on your show.
You're right.
You're in a very, or they call it a non-traditional type of relationship. In that sense, are all of those things, when it comes to like having to be super understanding, you're in the public eye, I mean now Miranda's in the public eye as well. Do you guys just have conversations about that? And in that sense, usually coming from like with a man and a woman, there's almost like a understanding off top of be like, oh well.
I would actually say that's not true, Nick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if men and women speak as easily as women and women. I don't have to have as many conversations with my wife as I did when I was dating men.
Wow.
Period. I can literally just look her in the eye and things are right. But we did have to have a conversation, and it wasn't because I'm gonna be here and you have to be here. It was, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah.
And we have to learn how to move in a cisgendered friendly world to not scare.
Right.
You know what I mean? My wife has been in the industry just as long as I have. She was born into the industry, actually. And even though she wasn't camera facing. She has been rubbed shoulders with some of the highest names in the industry. So my lifestyle, she understood because she lived it,
Right,
just in
right.
a different way, which was even better because
That's probably what brought y'all even closer together.
even closer together. But comparing my relationship that I'm in now, which is a much more comfortable relationship, a much more authentic relationship than I ever had with a man, I will say, and this could be scientifically untrue, but I think it's a scientific fact, that men and women speak different languages.
That is a fact.
You speak different languages, and all my friends are guys from every age. Just because I speak guy, I'm
You fluent.
Listen,
You bilingual.
Listen, I don't look this way for nothing. I speak both languages.
Right.
But when I'm in a relationship with a woman, there is no doubt a comfortable understanding of just the simple things. Then you go down like 3 or 4 layers, and that's when the conversations start, which are the boundaries, which are the triggers, which are all those things. But like, you fill the trash, I take the trash out halfway, you take it the other half. Listen,
Y'all got chores.
we got chores, and it's not based off of
Masculinity
gender roles.
or
It's not based
gender
off that.
roles.
Exactly. It's purely based off of we're in this partnership together in life, and if I'm coming up only 50% today, I'm going to need you to help me to get it to my 50. No conversation needed and no resentment had.
Wow.
Unlike when I was I'm talking so much, sorry. Unlike
No,
when
this
I
is
was in a
great.
straight relationship, like, as the female of that relationship, it's like, oh, he won't do this for me. Okay, now I have to do it. Automatically, I'm pissed. It was weird. It was real. But
That's
also,
brilliant.
I'm a lesbian, so I was just in the wrong
I
relationship.
think, I think you're onto something with the more conversations having to be in a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 18 years married to my husband, and when I
That's success. So you do know what you're talking about, nah?
check out the dedication later. You'll see. But here's the thing, like because I did 6 seasons of a great show called Married at First Sight as one of the experts, and we were not in the biz. My husband is not in the biz, so this idea of what are you doing when you're out there, and who are you talking to? Not from an insecurity place, from like you're experiencing something completely outside of us. So it takes a lot of conversation to bring a partner into whatever it is. And that's why people are talking about work all the time. And that's why people are talking about the kids all the time and what did you do and all of that. So it does take a lot more conversation. I think you're right. But not necessarily because of insecurity, but more because our experience as a woman, as a man, as someone who's who is, non-binary. Like, there's so many different things that we need to explain our own experience. And the minute we stop communicating, boom, that's when divorces happen. That's when breakups happen. That's when affairs happen. So, I don't know. Good luck to that guy.
Yeah, we always hear communication is key, but I definitely want to dive into the 4 intimacy styles.
Thank you.
Like, break that down. Is there
Okay.
4 of them only? Is this like positions, like doggy style? I mean,
There's only 4 positions?
When I think style, I'm thinking doggy style, I'm thinking froggy style.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Reverse.
But I take it you're not talking about physical styles.
I'm not. So this is the answer to, we know our love languages,
Yes.
but what about sex? Because I have been a therapist for over 20 years, and everybody wants to ask me, okay, but what about sex? So I finally said, okay, I'm gonna put it into a book. It's bonding, release, giving, and responsive. These are the reasons why people want to engage in physical intimacy. Now, if you want to be in a long-term relationship, you want all 4 in as much as you can. So you want to round out your intimacy style and try to have all 4 in as many, or if not all sexual experiences, most of them, so that you can be satisfied. That's the big word, satisfied for the long term. And if you don't know anything, like if I say the word intimacy and you're not even really sure what that means, get the book, first of all, but have that conversation.
It's not doggy style. That's not what you're talking about.
It can be. But you need to have this conversation with your partner, because a lot of partners don't know what sex really means to their to each other.
There's different kinds of
So when it's not happening, somebody can be like, oh my gosh, that's all you want. And they're like, that's how I love you. That's how I bond with you. That's how I feel Oh, look at that. What is that? What is that face you're making?
Because in my community, there are certain kinds of stereotypes. And one of the stereotypes is like a don't touch me stud, right? And it's
Not a don't touch me stud.
it's a real thing. And so if that type of stereotype, it's like, I want to please you, don't touch me.
That's
response, please you, don't touch me.
So that can
Let-
be giving or responsive.
I get
Where
it.
it's like, I'm going to get my pleasure from giving you pleasure.
Exactly.
See, and that I feel like I'm a pleaser. I've always, when I've approached it, like, and what I was gonna say, it seems like it's the very masculine thing to do because even as a man, we can be on some like, I'll do that to you, but you can't do that to me.
And that's a problem.
You know what
That's a problem
problem.
because you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this person has zero concerns. I am giving them so much. It's all about them. But then they feel like they owe you or they're indebted to you or they're not good enough or what is it? Why are you, keeping me away from you?
Yeah.
Could it be a thing though? Because again, and I've heard, a lot of psychologists talk about there's, especially with men, there's anxieties connected to intimacy that we haven't dealt with. Yeah. So then we gotta put this wall up to be like, oh yeah, I'm 100% man, so therefore.
You don't want to be too vulnerable.
Yeah, because I don't want all the things that the anxieties of and the insecurities that I might have built up as a younger man. Now I can handle that, and I don't have anyone to reveal that to until I get into an 18-year relationship or something.
But then when your body, which it will, doesn't perform like a robot.
Shit. You just met me, huh?
When?
Hopefully I got another strong 40.
Then you won't have that kind of relationship with a partner to be able to talk it out like the human that you are.
Right.
And most people run.
Yeah.
All day long.
And then, because how important, especially if in a long-term relationship, is keeping the intimacy alive? Because I know some people, they say the first thing to go in a marriage is the sex life.
I'm working on that, but let me tell you.
Okay.
I'm working on making sure that that's not the case.
Yeah.
But I think that what's important about keeping the sex is that it is what differentiates that relationship from just about any other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sitting next to you. We were talking about all
She's
sorts
my
of
best friend.
You can sleep in the same bed with your friends. Your doctors
not.
see you naked.
Yeah.
I said best friend.
Oh,
You can kiss your dog all over the mouth. I mean, there's so many things that
White
you can
people do that. That's white. You let your dog kiss you in the mouth, Raven? You different.
too.
So this is what differentiates
hilarious.
romantic relationships.
yeah.
And so many people will say, well, we just feel like roommates. Nobody signed up for a lifetime of just roommates.
Yeah.
It's not going to get you to the finish line.
All right.
But okay, so when you're in a relationship, you start one, everybody's P's and Q's are just capitalized, right? You hit 6 to 8 months or whatever you said, you start lowercasing things. And then life comes in, taxes, mortgage, family, loss of job, deaths, and COVID. And so
Right.
you then are having to, kind of like we were talking with the other woman, figure out the other ways that you connected and bonded. Because I think I know that my wife and I talk about this a lot. Like, there's the lust factor, and that's when you fall for someone. I'm in love. Are you, or are you in lust? I just fell in love with my wife because I'm starting to learn who she actually is and not who I see her as when I married her.
Wow.
Right? So I can wake up and be like, she crazy. I love her so much. And as she's just doing her whole thing compared to, hey, baby, come here. You know what I mean? Like, I want to touch you all the time. So there's like a different...
Yeah, well...
And that sounds like maturity within the relationship.
It does. And I'm always telling people, look, try to do something sensual twice a week. That does not mean intercourse.
Yeah.
So do something that is sexy, because you don't want to let that fire go out completely. It is very hard to get it back when that fire is completely burned out.
Fair.
It is possible, but it's very difficult. So yes, you should know all of the ways to kind of fan the flames. That doesn't mean you have to be lighting the fire every time, all the time.
You want to keep a nice like timber.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, keep the timbers burning.
Yeah.
I understand.
There are so many health and physical health benefits to it. It's not like it's ever a bad thing. Anything that you do for your physical health helps your sexual health, and of course mental health and all of that good stuff.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's never a bad idea to get sexy with your
I
partner.
was just schedule the sexy time.
I love scheduling sexy time. I'm a huge fan
Every
of that.
Thursday at 8:30, it's going down.
At least, right?
I
At least
can't
you
do
can
that.
look forward to that. Well, this is a lot of people are like, oh, that is not sexy. I can't do. Okay, tell me why. Tell me why.
Because you take out the impromptu, the spontaneity of it all. If I was like, oh,
That is
I gotta go
only-
hit it. It's 8:30. Like,
It's not. I got to. I get to. And then you look forward to it, and you don't eat the spicy food at lunch, and you don't get on that call with your boss on the way home.
drink a lot of pineapple juice.
You drink a lot of pineapple. I mean, yes. So there are two ways to look at it. But I think for the couples who are having spontaneous sex, it's not for you. You don't need to schedule. But more often than not,
Yeah.
couples are not having sex and they're not having any sort of sensuality
And you
on a
said
regular basis.
2 sensual
Experience.
experiences a week is healthy.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Well, I'm pretty sure there's somebody else we can help. This question comes from offline, and then I guess I'm gonna have to read. So let's see what the people online, the at-nighters online, are talking about. Is it wrong that I fantasize about someone else during sex with my partner, but I still love them? If you're really into that person at the moment, there's nothing else in the world but them. They're bringing you to the sexual height. It's so amazing as a man, like when you're falling for a woman and that first time that you get to be with them, that honeymoon stage, like you can't even control your man.
Anything.
Like you trying to think about other stuff. You gotta think about baseball. You gotta think about because you're so into her.
Yeah.
But then once you realize like, oh my goodness, this is my woman. This is it. Like you start to again going back to what we were talking about. You get used to it.
Yes.
So therefore now you're trying to figure out, all right, how do I keep this alive? And every once in a while, you might think of
So that
something
is
else.
a good point. Every once in a while, I think it is okay to be thinking about someone else, something you've never done before, something you've done in the past, something you want to do in the future, whatever it is. But if it's happening all the time, every time, and it's the only way you can get off with your partner,
And that's the problem.
come and see a sex therapist.
Yeah.
I would say, I commend, what was her name, Sonia or something, because I think that's one of those taboos that we probably internally have experienced but never say out loud.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you hooked all of us up to a lie detector test right now and say, have you ever thought about
Surprise!
everybody would lose because
Yeah.
the brain is such a dynamic organ that you don't necessarily control everything that's going on. And I know a lot of y'all would be listening to Chris Brown and Usher and all that, and they singing in the background and you thinking about, however. So I don't know how a woman's mind works, but I could imagine that happens in those scenarios. And for a guy, we're so physical that it's like I have to focus on what physical attribute do I love about my woman that is actually bringing me to that ecstasy moment.
So the largest sex organ is the brain. So if you are fantasizing, first of all, yes, you need to be fantasizing.
Okay.
I actually created something called My Vivid Fantasy. So to help people create their own fantasies.
I love that.
Because a lot of people don't even know where to begin, but they don't want to watch porn. They don't want to read audiobooks. They don't want to
Start an anime and you just go from there.
That is very popular. But it's a very simple thing that you can do to enhance your sex drive. And you can use your partner's name and imagine all of that with them, or maybe you decide to use somebody else. But use that brain, because that's what helps kick off a lot of the sexual response cycle.
And
You
releases
need
those
to be doing that.
endorphins and all of that good
All
stuff.
of that.
For instance, for Sonia though, like I would like to know who she's thinking about when she's with her partner because
Because you are nosy.
but not just for that. Like, let's say, for instance, her partner is somebody that looks nothing like the person that she's thinking of.
Right.
Is it wrong for her to be like, baby, I need you to put on a wig and
Role
like,
playing.
I need you to put
Role-play.
something up there. Then maybe that will help you, and you not have to think about it. And you just,
So you said need. I need you to.
Oh, that's wrong?
Well,
it's just not right.
it doesn't open. I like that. It's not right. It doesn't leave the door open for oh, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. The only right answer is okay. And that's just like coercive, right? But if you say, hey, I read about something, I want to try this. What do you think? I know it might be a little different, but like we can try something different. And I role playing, it's like a part of the whole thing that I have online and all that. But a lot of people just don't realize you can do lots of fun things. If you're monogamous, you can do lots of fun things with your partner. If you're not, there's so much that you can be
It's a
doing.
world out there.
It is a world.
There is a world out there.
And it's about untabooing that world. I don't know what the word is, but it's like you learn about sex when you're a kid and it's all and using dirty words, and then you start getting into these relationships and you start getting embarrassed and you want to put your best foot forward in these relationships when you're in a teenager, young adult setting, and then unless you are secure in your fetishes, for the lack of a better word, people don't venture out into fun things when they're having sex. So they really don't want to rock the boat too much. And I don't know if you're saying this, but I feel like it's important to explore, especially when you're in a monogamous relationship, so that you can have fun and it doesn't feel like it's getting stale.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're trying to be with somebody for your lifespan, your sex life needs to grow with you.
So like bring out the whips and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just was.
If that's what y'all into.
I'm just asking if that's what we're
As
doing.
long as you YouTube how to do it.
That's fair. Okay.
I don't want no whips, no handcuffs. Scared of the police. I don't want... This is actually one of my favorite parts of the show because it allows us to get deeper because everyone isn't as open as us, and we can help some people that want to talk about their problem but don't want to show their face. It's the anonymous question.
Love it.
So let's listen up.
Hey, Nick at Night, it's Ashley. I just have a question. I just wanted your opinion on it, and I just wanted your perspective on it because I need some advice. So my partner wants us to watch porn together to spice things up, but I'm honestly not sure how I feel about it. Do you feel like this is something that can bring us closer and improve our sex life, or is it a sign that there's something wrong? Like, how do I know that this is a healthy idea or a red flag? Like, what is your perspective on this?
This is a very porn-centric show. I feel like it's like the fourth time we done brought up porn. But that is such a great question.
Yeah.
I would ask, is the partner saying, hey, let's watch porn together because they want to spice it up? Or is the partner just already into porn and they're saying, hey, I want to jump in and kind of allow this to bring it home?
I mean, I don't think it really matters. I don't know that makes a huge difference. It's
That
just
makes a because if I'm watching porn by myself and then she coming in a room, that's all. We got other kind of problems.
why?
Really? That's going down in my situation. It's not just me.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm more focused on the porn than my lover.
Okay, if you're more focused on it, but if she's just coming in, y'all can enjoy the
I'm saying because
storyline
It doesn't need to turn into like, get out.
If I walk into a room and my woman is watching porn, eating popcorn, we got a problem. I got so many other questions if that's happening.
I'm so bad. If my wife was doing that, I'd be like, I got you, baby, and I would be on my knees immediately.
Really?
It would not bother me at all.
Okay, right?
I don't have a problem with porn, though. I don't have a problem with porn.
I think my insecurities would be like, why you watching that? Like,
Well, what you don't want to do is shame anyone for
Why not?
having some preferences or having their ways of preheating and kind of, but
not preheating. Okay, preheating.
but I also think it if it's morally something that you feel is not okay and it's going to be a turnoff, then share with them it's a turnoff. You don't need to shame them for it not being a turnoff to them. In my biz, we say, don't yuck my yum.
Oh.
I like that
Don't
one.
yuck my yum.
Y'all can use that.
Don't yuck my yum.
Don't yuck my yum. And for a lot of people, porn is like, it's almost like, it's like mainlining, right? It's like you just, but it's also lazy.
Wait,
So-
what's lazy?
I say what?
The porn? Watching the porn is lazy?
For a lot of people, watching porn is lazy because it's giving you everything, all the information, like very quickly. You're not really using your brain. You're not imagining things. For a lot of people, they're watching as outsiders. They're not feeling like they're in the middle of it.
The voyeuristic approach.
Right, and so it just keeps them separate from it, and that doesn't give you the full experience. So that's why I'm a big fan of erotica. I'm a big fan of fantasy. Big fan of just talking about what you like.
Right.
Role playing is fun too. Like all of those things are fun. But I think for a lot of people, the reason they don't like porn is because it's so in your face. It's
That's
like
what I was about to say. It depends what kind of porn she watching. Because if she watching
you are stuck
big
on
black cocks, I'm like, what is going on? But if she's watching girl on girl, I'm like, I would be all right with that.
So you have
Being honest.
You have to pre-screen and okay
Absolutely.
it.
I'm checking her search. Right? I want to know what she's, because that's even a thing too, because there are so many different categories that there's tame stuff and then there's stuff like, whoa.
Well, there's stuff that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
I've seen that.
I do a lot of research for my sex therapy certification program. There are things that I cannot unsee.
I can't.
So I think you're right. And a lot of people who do get into porn, they do up the ante every time. And before they know it, they're like, I am in a dark place. I can't even begin to have vanilla sex anymore. It's a real problem.
So how does that help?
Yeah.
Are you knocking on that door?
I just want to talk about it for a second. Excuse me.
Please, we're with a doctor.
Doctor, listen, doctor. Let's talk to you about something. So I understand what you're saying. And then I think there's another side of it to where if you're not addicted, if you're not going for the main line straight through the baby big toe, I think listen, check between the toes if you're worried about it. That's a real thing. I don't do it. And but I feel like there is a world and there's some porn that helps to enliven the situation where you are. It does depend on the type of person, like you said, but I feel like, listen, I've done this before. I was like, put some porn on, let's get into channel.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to be able to reach certain levels at the same time as the people on the screen without having to be a part of a situation where your phones have to be taken away and you get arrested later. You know what I mean? So like, there's a world where you can do that, but it does depend on what you watch. Just putting it out there for those who would like to do it.
Well, and I'm a big fan of that. I think for some people, especially, we have 2 teenagers. Like you got to keep things going, and so sometimes there is that main line, right? And that's okay. It's just you don't want it to be to where that's the only way to do it.
Period.
Or if one of us is like, oh no, this isn't okay, or oh that person the piercing is weird, and you don't want to get turned off by it.
But see, like to me, again, to what Raven's saying, I'm probably the opposite because I'm a narcissist. So like, I want all the attention on me. Like if I gotta share with what's going on the screen, and I see she paying attention to what's on the screen and not me, now I'm dealing with all my insecurities and all of that stuff.
You're probably not okay with vibrators.
Why you all in my business? We ain't even talking about that. I've learned, at first I wasn't. I've learned to become okay with vibrators. But I used to always say that like, yo, why do you need that? I'm right here.
Oh, yeah.
But through the years, I've matured and I'm like, hey, whatever makes you happy, whatever can help accentuate the moment, I'm with it. But I still, me and that vibrator is in competition.
So like for you, what would sensuality be?
I'm like what Doc is saying. I am a hopeless romantic in that sense of like it's the build up. Like I want the destination to be right. I either want it to be super exciting and ooh, people might be around, Mile High Club type energy, or oh yo, we in Bora Bora and like I'm that type. Like I want to build a scene, or even if we at the crib, I'm gonna light some candles. I'm gonna set the mood.
You still set the mood. It's your own version of a porno. Like you're doing that for yourself.
Exactly, and I want again attempting to be a pleaser. I want to be the one that helped bring us to ecstasy. I don't want assistance from anybody else.
But we are human and we have physical bodies. And sometimes it's fun to have different experiences that your penis cannot make happen.
Well, you need to leave. You need to go find whatever you want to go find elsewhere.
Well done, man. Well done.
I understand. I'm learning. I'm growing.
You're learning.
That's the whole purpose of the show. And this is the great part of the show where I know we are all learning and you guys might have some questions. So if anyone does have a question or a comment about tonight's conversation, please step up to the microphone and share your royal oats.
My question is, why do we crave what we can have in love?
Why do we crave what we can't have in love?
Thanks for translate.
Yeah.
That's for you, Doc.
Why do we crave what we can't have in love? I think for a lot of us, we're looking way too far ahead and we're not in the present. So we're always thinking about, is this it? And is this it forever? And we're so used to having so many different, stimuli and different sources of entertainment, from the foods that we eat to the music that we listen to. We're used to a lot of variety. So the idea of monogamy is dying, and that is okay. We can move with that, but if you don't want what you actually have, that's a problem. If you want more, that may not be as much of a problem. And it's up to you to figure out, are you craving something because you want more or something else?
Ooh.
And I think I've learned as well that, when we're releasing endorphins and the dopamine chasing, there's a fine line between, excitement and what we see as like love and attraction. So there's something where like that forbidden activity, that forbidden love, we desire, our heart beats faster in that scenario. And then it's almost like, it's unfortunate, but I call it like access to excess, because society, it's right there. So we may love what we have right here, but we're like, ooh, what's over there? I wonder how can we spice that up? So I don't know if that's a natural human behavior that we have to fight, but I definitely know where society is now. We have so much access, like porn being one of those things. Like if I see people getting it in, daily as I'm seeing the porn, then I'm like, I want my life to be like that. I want my sex life to be like that. So now I'm constantly chasing and trying to, get that dopamine high every time.
But part of being a mature adult is being able to say, that door is not mine to go through, so I'm not going to.
That's the back door.
That's a whole other episode. Okay. I can't with you.
I'm here to make people laugh. I'm sorry. You're the doctor. I'm the guy with the joke.
There are certain things that some people should just never experience, and that needs to be okay with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Good luck with the generation like Nick said. I really don't think that's possible for our society right now. We're too addicted to getting whatever we want whenever we want it.
Yeah.
I don't think we're mature enough to actually live that for real.
Speaking of, we went and talked to this generation. We went outside and let's see what they had to say.
Doing a segue.
Orgasms at night. How do you know when the job is done correctly?
When they laid in the bed looking like a dead body.
Your chalk body. Just draw a chalk around the bed because she's done for.
They done. Put the blanket on them.
Mummifier. Just gave you that mummy dick.
Do you consider squirting an orgasm? Because some people think
I never
those are two
knew
different things.
because I didn't ever do that.
Because they say those are two different things.
I never did that in my life except once. But when I did experience it, I stopped and then went again and then I did it again. And
Two
like,
squirts in
holy
one
shit.
night.
Yes.
And why? Who was this guy?
That was a guy that cheated on me.
Oh, so that's because he know what he doing. He out here making all the Britney squirt. All right, right now, how do you know if you're doing well in the bedroom?
I feel like you could tell off energy. If you really know who you're messing with, you could tell if they fake moaning or something like that.
You can?
Yeah.
I can't. A moan is a moan to me.
You could tell if they trying to force it.
Oh, okay. Really? So when you have an orgasm, how long does it last?
The orgasm probably lasts about 15 seconds,
15
20
seconds?
seconds, yeah.
How long does yours last?
Don't ask me that.
Why?
I've been fucking with the wrong people, okay? I make myself orgasm before somebody else.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, so you're not getting orgasms the correct way.
Nah, the nigga should be fucking with don't eat pussy.
He doesn't? Is that a problem? That sounds like a problem.
That's an issue.
Now, whose problem is that? Is that his or yours?
Baby, you gotta eat my ass, cooch, everything.
All you can eat down there.
Slurp me up like a fucking Slurpee, the fuck?
It's for below the belly buffet. Do you know what the longest female orgasm is? Recorded.
35 minutes.
She coming for 35 minutes straight. You really are a superhuman.
That's more the mouth than
I ain't saying how long it take to make it happen. I'm saying when she actually hit it, how long it lasts.
But all women, they different. You know what I'm saying? I actually made a woman come just off the presence.
See, that's why they call them AWOL. Actually, the longest recorded orgasm for a woman is right under 50 seconds.
Damn, so they been chickering me.
Wow.
There it is. So there's still hope out there.
There's still hope.
I mean, orgasms, is that, do we talk about that in the 4 intimacy styles and the importance of them?
Well, we talk about how you cannot be orgasm-centric in every sensual experience because there's so much more to it. You know, women actually experience the height of pleasure right before orgasm. Yeah. So that build-up is sometimes better than the actual orgasm.
It's all about the journey, not the destination. And this has been an amazing journey and an amazing episode. Once again, we have to thank Dr. Vivianna Coles and the amazing one and only my girl, my family, Raven-Symoné. Like, subscribe, and if you got questions, you know what to do. Slide in them DMs. It's Nick Cannon at night. Let's go.
Bye.
Cheers. You guys are awesome. That was amazing.
Fun.